This is Solaris Nights with your host, William Double Double. The Solaris Open continues as fresh talent from across the Inner Sphere compete for a spot to take a class ranking. Produced by Donegal Broadcasting Company, the most trusted news in the Lyran Commonwealth. Welcome back to Solaris Nights. I am William Double Double, and I am sitting down today with Yornske, call sign Asator. Now, normally you are a Cronus pilot, sir, but it looks today as if you are bringing a different mech to the field that still bears your stable colors. How are you doing? How have you recovered from your last match? And what am I looking at?
I greatly appreciate the question, my friend. It's good to be back. Well, I have, I suppose, the best way to put it is my opening match was a learning experience. I learned in one fell swoop that it's there's a lot more to it than just having experience in small unit tactics in a merc company, you know? How far can that really get you in a battlefield like the ones we've seen? So I did take some time to reflect. I found the emotional energy useful for finally finishing a short story memoir that I had been writing for a while, and published it during the interim.
And what kind of battle mech are we looking at today?
Yes. Because of the repair costs of, recovering the Cronus, which I still definitely plan on using, no worries there. I have chosen to use the Urban Mech R63 today, something that's been kicking around in our stable for a little while. The Urban Mech, I feel, gets a bad rap because I personally employed an Urban Mech pilot in my own mercenary company a ways back, and I believe Elysian Fields, in my stead, still uses the Urban Mech R60, although I think they are looking for the upgrade kit as well.
This matchup is going to be rather unusual. There are many who would call you the superior pilot versus your opponent, Andre LaFoe, aka the Immortal. That said, you each have very set weapon systems. You are using a medium range autocannon. He is using a large number of short range missiles.
True.
You are slower than him, but you have jump jets. It is a matchup that cannot be easily predicted, according to our analysts. How do you intend to approach this fight?
Well, I will agree with your analysts on that one. In my own analysis, it's been, the results of my simulations have been very widely varied, we'll put it. But there's a few things I have definitely walked away from the simulators knowing for sure. Things such as perhaps it wouldn't be good to carry too much ammo. And, strangely enough, most people these days, now that it's been put back into production, prefer the cluster ammo of the LBX. But I don't believe the LBX autocannon's cluster munitions would serve me in my limited capacity this time. There's only one location available for a 1-ton bin of ammunition for the LBX autocannon in this little guy, and I've chosen to use the big old slug rounds instead for maximum penetration. So that will be one on the hardware end of things. One thing. Another idea is I will definitely need to force my opponent to run through areas that will force him to slow down. Where my jump jet movement will equal up with how much he's had to clamber through hills or trees or around buildings and such.
Very well. Have you managed to catch the recent match of Kazuna, your previous opponent?
Yes.
How do you think he matched up against another member of your stable?
I believe this is a matchup where skill was definitely a major factor. I would say that Brody it was, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. I would say that Brody's skill went out overall, although there was, I'd say, a slight hardware advantage in the way Brody chose to use his hardware as well. Well, I'm also a big fan of the LBX 10 autocannon, as he is as well. His usage at the right time of everything, I think, is what really won him the day. Kazuna, of course, played well. He had some great hardware of his own, and for a stock unit, unmodified, I do think that Lynx is quite a machine. I have to give it to him there.
Now, one of your fellow stablemates, Cosmo, has spoken poorly of your opponent in the media repeatedly, demanding that Andre stand trial for war crimes, bringing forth unfounded allegations. He seems to be dead set on having a rematch. How do you feel about those kind of allegations, throwing them at an opponent?
Well, I can't speak personally for Cosmo, of course. However, I just know that if I were in the same position, I'd be very careful about what you say and when. Just because it's, we live in a very media-centric world, especially here on Solaris. It's easy for things to get taken out of context. It really is.
Very well. Anything you'd like to say to your fans, your supporters, investors before we march down to the field of battle?
Well, I am in the Urban Mech today due to, there was a subtle rumor put out that one of our investors, the very investor who put an Urban Mech into our stables, would go forward giving support to whoever chose to pilot the Urban Mech. I chose to take up that call, partially because I wish to show my skill in, any situation. I wish to show what my skill and tenacity can bring to it, regardless of the hardware I'm given.
Very well. Now, why don't you tell me, APGamingREAL, about your mech? Now that we're going to have a look at it on...
Yeah, let me shuffle my way over there, too. Yes, it's probably my favorite form of the Urban Mech, to be real, until, way later versions. Way later.
Like what, a rotary AC5 Urban Mech or something
crazy?
Like that.
Yeah. Or maybe the Aero 4 one.
Really? That's a thing? What is it? An Aero 4?
I think it's all it has room for, I believe, is an Aero 4 and 1 ton of ammo. So it's got 4 missiles, and then it just...
No Naga, that's for sure.
No, but it's, for the lulz at the right time, very powerful. But this guy right here, I find to be more like an actual... I could use this as a line unit in a tabletop game and feel fine about it. As long as you put an okay gunner in there, that LB10XAC can go through some things. It sucks that he only has... he is really slow. Sucking point number 1, for sure. And sucking point number 2 is the fact he only has 1 ton of ammunition to carry. So I can't do the old switcheroo between the types, which would be really useful. Before we start, I think I will declare that I am only bringing 6 slugs of ammunition.
Very well. You're also going to want to set your armor.
Oh, yeah.
You might not have done that. Over here with the Commando.
I have to turn it down.
Yes.
Oh, no.
With the Commando 5S, we're looking at SRM6 with a Artemis and a Streak SRM2 and a medium laser. So not a huge amount of damage advantage, but it's there.
Yeah,
it's all short range.
You can do the sandpapering thing where the damage just layers on over time. That seemed to be
you have
what screwed me up in The Sims.
Breakthrough advantage.
Exactly.
Well, it also
got a
works
couple
out in
parts.
your favor that you're a good shot, so...
Yeah, I'm really hoping that's what wins me the day here, and it's the main reason I'm not bringing full ammunition, because I'm going to try and time my shots carefully.
Very well.
And the ammo explosions in every simulation where it happened didn't go well, I'll put it that way.
Well, I don't know that there's ever a situation where you feel good about an ammo explosion.
Even when there was one bullet left and the ammo exploded, it did enough damage to like crit my engine twice or something like that. It wasn't great. Oh yeah, that's right. The note cards for ammo. Let me change that. Oh, internal structure. I also have to adjust that real quick.
Yep. So we will be
There we go.
battling in a city. Is there anything you have to say about Delta City Arena here? Any strategy that you'll be putting to the use of your particular loadout?
As much as I would love to make it all the way into the city in my urban mech, because that's, of course, his natural habitat, it may be a little difficult working my way over there, so I believe I'll probably be making use of a lot of forests and hills.
Okay.
Because otherwise it's a very precarious journey to get to the other side of the river, basically.
Well, I mean, you can jump. It gives you a little bit of an advantage in that regard.
Slightly, but there's only like 2 spots on each side where it's good to get well, you'd land in water, but like you're almost there.
Okay.
So it's not ideal.
Now, I want to give you an opportunity to do your intro sequence, since I know you've been planning it.
A little bit.
Okay.
I've been planning the music more than anything.
Okay. Well,
Sadly, perhaps.
that seems like a big part of the intro sequence, though.
Yeah, a little bit. So it'll be partially ad-libbed, but the music's gonna guide me. All right. So, shall I begin? All right. So at the very edge of the battlefield, I guess we'll decide which side in a minute. But let's see. Walking down, not the road, but in the dirt somewhere next to the road. You see this urban mech with the same type of Viking helmet that was originally mounted on top of his Cronus, marching ever so slowly along the battlefield, and you see that it's actually a technician piloting it this time, and Asator is riding alongside it in a hover carrier, and at the very edge of the designated edge of the battlefield, Asator steps out, stands on top of the hovercraft for a minute, and just looks out at the battlefield with his hands on his hips, and then a technician pops the hatch on the urban mech. A rope ladder rolls down. He jumps off the hovercraft onto the rope ladder, starts climbing up, and he gets to the very top and is standing on the actual windshield outside the hatch for a second, and he just points out across the battlefield, and mic'd up. Somehow, you can't tell how he's mic'd up, but you just hear his voice boom across the battlefield out of the mech speakers. Immortal! Let's see how immortal you are. It's time. And then these sunglasses just lower off of a drone onto his face, and he steps into the hatch.
I'm so glad you went with sunglasses. So, the Commando is one of the most humanoid-looking mechs out there, and the Immortal walks it in as if it's a real person. So he's got the hands up, he's waving to the crowd in it, and it is wearing an enormous set of Minecraft pixel sunglasses on it. As he comes in.
Holy shit.
It starts with the low, tense music as everything builds, and then it blares into the horns as he throws his hands up in a little... Like, he doesn't have enough money to get a real pyrotechnics display, WWE style, but it's all right. It definitely generates a lot of hype from the viewers watching on the holoscreens. So, yeah, he takes the glasses off and says... I don't have to worry about you, Asator, because you can't sense me.
Oh, God. It's too real.
Yeah. All right. Let's roll for initiatives.
Hell yeah.
I'm looking at an 8.
Should I use the big red boys?
However you want to do it. I'm ready.
I'll just use the red guys. They're visible, right? That helps.
Yep. Does help.
Well, damn.
All right, you get to pick which edge we're coming in on and which side you want to deploy, and I'll deploy first.
Okay. I absolutely want to deploy on this side.
Okay. All right. So you want to do left, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Forgot that was an option, because, yeah, there are parts of the ocean, the coast within 3 hexes.
Yeah.
That's true. But no, I don't think the coast would serve me as well in this case.
Okay, I picked my deployment. Now, one thing to make sure that you're aware of is the buildings are not scaled correctly. Some of the buildings are size 1, some of the buildings are size 2.
I did
For instance,
notice
these
that.
are only size 1, and the ones next to them are size 2.
Oh, the skyscrapers are size 2. Okay.
Yep.
I see the level on them on almost everything, but I was wondering about the skyscrapers.
They're level 2.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
Good to know. My deployment though, let's see. I had deduced something earlier when I was looking at this map. Let me see if I can find it again real quick, sorry. Need just un momento, por favor.
So as your mech's walking on in the battlefield, his is sprinting on, and he lifts the sunglasses. It's a little unsteady, right, because there's not perfect control, but he gets them up enough that the wind pressure takes them, and they like float off. They're made like a giant cardboard sunglasses.
Oh yeah.
And they go floating away as he begins moving from walk to sprint.
Nice. Was this the place? I'm gonna have to hope it was. Let's just get going. Let me make sure the facing is right. I should be able to read it from the back, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, it's easier to tell on the urban mech than most. It's only got that big gun on one side.
7.
Okay.
I want my urban mech plushie. This little thing. That is best. Is that a 10 again?
It looks like it.
Okay.
Yeah, the little urban mech that could. See, that's the scary part right there. You have triple the run of me.
I think I went 10 instead of 9. 7. 9, which builds me a 3 bonus. Okay, you're up.
Okay. Is there a I think I've seen Eric use it, the measuring tool or something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't account for up-down distance that well. So normally we just use tab to count distances.
Okay. Gotcha. Let me check something first then.
So the issue is that
yeah.
the hexes are not the same distance up and down as they are left-right. So it improperly calculates height.
Oh, I see, because it's just trying to use
tool,
actual physical distance.
It senses the length of distance rather than
Gotcha.
a hex grid's worth.
I see.
Is that a walk or is that a jump?
Oh, sorry, that'll be a walk, but actually I'm going to turn it into a run and go right there.
Interesting.
because we are both out of range of each other, if I recall, so it doesn't matter too much.
All right.
That is the case, actually, yeah.
This is a Donegal Broadcasting Company news alert.
5.
Okay. Wow. Why do I keep getting this great initiative while it doesn't count? Oh boy. Aha.
Yep, it just keeps running in a straight line.
Okay. Okay. This is a tough one. Trying to decide what to do before he gets here is actually harder than what to do when he gets here. I think I will just step all the way down with all 3 movement. The 1 hex. Oh, I need to get some dice out. I know we can do it abbreviated while we're approaching each other, but I will need these soon. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot to actually put it on him.
8.
Which one of these is run again?
Red.
Red, okay. Oh wait, no, that was nothing on it. Alright. Not that that mattered very much for the abbreviated turn, but hey, I just keep rolling high, look at that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He just keeps charging in a straight line as directly towards you as he can. He even like parkours a building, like an apartment building in the process. Like he gets his mech's arms up on it and pulls his legs into the, into the area, and then swings the legs out in front of him. It's pretty technical move. It looks good. People are cheering, and he slides into a sort of stop in front of another apartment building that blocks his legs from view.
I think the cockpit cam of Asator, he'd just be giving, like, he'd raise his eyebrows, but he'd be like, wow, not bad. Let's see. Let me just do a little counting before I move to make sure of a thing. Okay. Is it worth it, though? Now we do the quick maths. Ooh. So the real question is whether we attempt a 9. Oh, you have dodge on you. No, never mind. Never mind. I actually just stay still.
Interesting.
Oh, I will turn, actually. I will turn.
Okay.
Like that.
All right. You're letting him get close.
Absolutely.
11.
Not sure I'm going to beat that one.
Yeah.
Okay, it finally came around for me. I knew the odds were coming for me. Is green walk? I really should know this by now.
Yep.
Oh, that's a 6. There we go, yeah.
The bags themselves are colored. And if you...
oh, okay, that's what it says.
it'll
That's
tell
right.
you. Yep.
Okay. So what should I do? Oh, wait, I just said I turned. That's right.
Well, that was last...
This one.
That was last
we've already...
round, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yep,
okay, well, in that case...
You just rolled initiative.
Jeez. How about... I'm going to jump to right here. Actually, is that worth it? Yeah, it's the only way I can get there, actually. We will do that then. I will jump right there. Get myself my nice little one. Oop. Wrong die. Oh, no, it was the right die.
1, 2, 6, 7, 9.
All right.
You gonna shoot?
That is a question I am mulling over in my mind right now, actually.
Well,
it would come out to be a...
what, like a 9 or an
11, including your dodge. Yeah,
Yep.
let's just not.
Okay. So I think the crowd is getting a little worried. Like, you've given this commando free reign to run pretty close in.
Yep.
Andre opens the comms and says, "What kind of gladiator hides back in a tree glade? Come out and face me in combat, Asator. This is no battlefield, but an honorable arena."
Jeez. Oh, man. I'm trying to decide whether I should make a really controversial statement right now about him falling with Cosmo at this point, because he's starting to, wear at my calculating facade a little. Well, I'm not sure if I'll reply. I think he'll just stay quiet. I'll just smirk on my cockpit cam. Just all right.
Okay.
It's yeah, that's it.
All right, 7 initiative.
I mean, really, I guess he just likes winning more than anything. Aha. Well, I think I'm going to stand perfectly still.
Okay.
Yep. Hope I counted that right.
Seems like 10 to me.
Okay, yeah. Seems good, then I will stand still.
Okay, well, I can't shoot anything, so it's just...
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Yep. That's literally 1 out of your range, my bad. Okay, so that'll be medium range for me. Gunnery is 2, plus 2 for medium, plus 2 for your dodge, and I think that's it. So 6. Yeah, let's roll for it. Got him. CT. I think, or E.
2,
Let's see.
3, 4, 5,
Actually,
6.
I am in your right arc if you stayed facing forward.
Yep.
With the old bisecting line.
Right torso
So
for
that's, yeah, right torso.
10.
I like that more, actually.
Colonel for 4.
Oh, with 2 crit chances, is it?
That's it. I mean, that means you're going to hit 2 ammo bins.
Oh, that's all he's got there?
There's 3 ammo bins, so no matter what happens, he takes 4 points of pilot damage. That's it. I mean, the fight is basically over as soon as there's a double explosion. But we can check to see if you kill him.
Oh my god, I forgot to say I was going to guarantee the battle, but it doesn't matter. I'll take this. I'll take it. he has case though.
You don't
but
kill
his pilot.
him. You don't kill him.
Yeah.
But you do explode his right torso, pop his right arm off.
Perfect.
He takes 4 points of head damage and almost certainly is going to fall instantly, but I guess we'll check that too. So he needs to hit a 9 to stay standing and conscious. He does.
Impressive.
And he took 20
Asator
points
will
of
say.
damage. He does say standing.
Very impressive.
I think the officials just call the match immediately when there's just a nuclear fire coming out the right side of his.
the whole right side just launches off. Yeah, that's probably the time.
Well, I think you might have just clocked in the fastest battle. Literally the first shot.
I just went from the longest battle to the fastest battle. How's that happen?
You find yourself like we just get the Star Wars like you're back in a seat with William, and he's just like, well, that was very quick.
Quicker than even I anticipated, I must admit.
I honestly don't know what to say, sir.
Well, all I can say really is that this is the exact reason I chose the slug rounds for maximum penetration before he can get into a danger range. Of course, he did his best to goad me into getting into his range, but that's just not the way I fight. The way I fight is to win. And, it doesn't always work out. The cruel calculus of the battlefield is not always on my side, but I think today it was.
You've put your opponent in the hospital. Previously, your stable has shown some disdain for Andre LaFoe. Did I see a bit of personal contempt from you as well?
I would not call it personal, but let's put it this way. I have some built-in level of trust for all of my stablemates, and let's say I almost let him get to me with that goading, but I held my tongue and decided it wasn't really worth my time to get into hearsay and this and that. I actually regret sending him to the hospital. I just wanted to disable his mech.
Very well. There's really not much more to add here. It was a very short match, one shot, and it was over.
Like I said, I'm still a bit dumbfounded at how quickly it went as well. Although, I mean, let's just say I've been practicing a lot in the simulators. I think that has shown itself this day. I'd just like to take the opportunity to say thank you to my sponsor for the Urban Mech R63, a fine piece of equipment, I think. It's all about using it right. Like every mech out there, it's all about using it right.
Okay. Well, what would you like to do with your time, Asator, after the match? So you'll get 1 experience point. You don't bill. You get 1 stress for participating in the match, but you were paid, so you don't get any stress there. Your salary is paid.
Pretty cool.
You don't get any stress otherwise, so yeah, you got an open week. What do you want to spend it doing? I think you like running simulations.
I do. I might seriously just train some more. Isn't that like how does the experience system you get? Yeah, you get
6
1
of them
experience
and
point.
you get a level.
Oh, that's a good amount of training. It's a tough one, man. It really is. I apologize. I feel so unprepared for this half of the. Let me pull my character sheet back up.
Or like 2 or 3%.
Oh yeah. No, I mean conceptually this half, not time wise. Let me open my character sheet back up. Here it is. All right. So the actions I can take are training. Let's see, I'm trying to find it right now. Oh, okay.
So, I mean, if there's an action that isn't on the list that you want to take, you can do that. But
oh yeah, I just wanted to see if there's anything that I already know could really help me in a
you could relax if you have any stress
way
left over from your last battle.
I think I do. I do. In fact, I was at 4 stress. If this is correct right here, so I think I will spend this time just de-stressing.
Okay.
He'll probably just go to a bunch of like weird, indie music bars and coffee shops and just hang out. Sounds about right.
I don't understand. Does he live in like Seattle or something?
Yeah. There's parts of what's the Davion? The Black Hills
Black
or whatever?
Hills, yeah.
Yeah, there's totally parts of Black Hills that have those. So yeah, how much stress do I lose for de-stressing?
1.
Oh, just 1. Okay, minus
Just 1.
Do I lose any from winning, or is it just an even a wash?
You actually gain 1 for participating in the match. So.
Oh, crap. So that
stress
still leaves me
management's
at
rough.
4 stress.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to lower stress harder than that.
You can commit a emotional explosion, which is where you make a controversial or political statement on a microphone.
Oh, that thing again. That went well last time, but it was close. I'm not sure. Entertainment is, I got a 0 on that, so it's just a naked roll. It's a hard one, man. 'Tis a hard one. He might really just... I know it's kind of boring, but he might really just spend the week relaxing and call it a wash right there.
Okay.
Because he feels so much better about how this match went that he feels like he can relax for the first time since like training up for the Open.
Okay. Stowgnar, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Probably the most interesting match so far in terms of match length and technical skill.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/Stowgnar. It's in the description. Anything you want to say about your channel?
Right. Well, things are finally in full swing in the Twitch world for me. I've got an actual schedule that I'm sticking to, and about to become
that's a
affiliate.
big one.
Dude, it is a big one. It was really hard for me to do for a long time. And I still it's still a bit under construction, finding my place and everything, but I regularly stream MechWarrior Online, Rogue Tech, and the occasional peek into my Mech HQ campaign as well.
Okay. All right. So if you're really into Battletech and you like Stowgnar, follow Stowgnar. That's what I got.
Much appreciated, man.
Any other closing words?
That went literally better than any but one simulation I did.
The simulations, yes.
I know I keep talking about them, dude, but I almost always do this where I like to have some idea of things that could happen, during a battle coming up if it's important to me. So I've done the same thing in an occasional Battletech tournament and stuff where it's good to just plug a bunch of stuff into Mega Mech or talk to a friend on and fight it out in TTS or something. It helps. It does.
Okay. All right. This is the second to last battle. Tomorrow will be the final battle of Solaris Nights.
Awesome.
Hopefully you'll join me at the round table in 3
Absolutely.
or 4 weeks. And
100%.
sorry the episode got delayed a week, guys, but I was in the hospital. But here we are now.
Well, I'm glad you're better now, man.
Yeah. All right. Have a good day.